Seems pretty serious already here. Eh? Like it's all quiet. I was walking back and forth, writing notes and doing all kinds of important stuff there. So, um, just to get started again, my name is Tom Gold, and I'm the CAO here in Stony Plain, and I have the good fortune to begin this process and event this evening. Um, good evening. Welcome to the Town of Stony Plain swearing in ceremony and organizational meeting of our new council. This evening, we are gathering on the Indigenous lands of Treaty 6 peoples. We are gathering in the spirit of reconciliation, friendship, and partnership. I would like to ask Philip Campo to please come up and say a few words.
Good evening. How are you all doing? Are you hungry like me? It's an honor to be here today. I'm originally from Treaty 8, called Driftpile Cree Nation, but I make my home here in Treaty 6, just a little south of Onaway. And I have a traditional right to be here through my Coco, my grandmother. She was from Alexander Cree Nation. Her name was Mistahayas Niguskyu Kapamutit. And today it brings me a honor to think of my ancestors when we acknowledge the land. We don't only acknowledge the land that we stand on today. We acknowledge our ancestors that once roamed this land, that created it, that made it what it is today. And listening to our Tom here, when he talked about um, reconciliation, I always brings to my mind that what do we reconcile? Regardless of what happened in the past to our people, we're here today. It's not about having a braid or having brown skin. We're all here in such a diverse world, and we're not going anywhere. So in this day and age, in this diverse world, we learn to get along. And today I ask these blessings, and I honor tobacco that was given to me. And the meaning behind the tobacco is in our culture as Indigenous people, it speaks for us, the Creator. Even when we pray, we may make a mistake, the tobacco will correct it. We might sing a song, the tobacco will speak for with that song. And today, as I do the blessings, I ask you in your heart to think about the leadership we have that's come before us, that invited us here today, that they begin to work in such a dialogue that they can help each other. We're all in this together. I ask for special blessings for our big boss here at the town, the mayor, that he has special blessings for him and his family because he carries a heavy load, and that this community is a better place because at the end of the day, we want this community to be safe for our children and our children's children. So at this time, I ask you to join me in prayer from your mind, your heart, the best way you know how. How no tawishi Asamina, Equichamat Namasum, Nokum, Piwichunan, Anachagisagao, Pisukamau, Kakio, Kanipo Namutaski, Tansise, Kapamutin, Iga, Gigwai, Mayatan, Gagispayan. Creator, I call on you today, the grandfathers, the grandmothers, to come and be with us. We walk with you in the circle of life. I humbly ask you to bring blessings to this new council as they sit here before you from this day on as they go forward, that they can acknowledge each other, that they can have respect for each other, and most of all, carry on a dialogue that will help the community, that will help all the joining communities, that we can work together as one. I humbly ask you to bring blessings to our home fires, that you keep them safe, that you walk with us each day as we go forward in this journey of life, that you bring forward the teachings, the knowledge, the understanding, and that you'll bless our children and our children's children. I humbly ask you at this time, grandfathers, grandmothers, tobacco spirit, I call on you to take our prayers to Creator and be with us at this time. This is what I ask of you today. Let us go forward in a good way to help each other, to reconcile, and that we can be good, make a clear path for all those that are going to follow. Hi, hi. At this time, I want to call my my good brother Dale Alexis to come and sing an honor song, to carry the prayers, to carry the song to help us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. William, family, it's good to see you all. I see all the, the elected council in the circle here, and I'm just looking at the names. Yeah, it's a tough job running politics. My wife's been in there for 8 terms now. She made history back in Parliament to be the only lady to win 8 terms, and she's going for that 10th term now. Well, 12 years. She's going for that 12-year term. Oh yeah, we gotta sing 2 songs. We're gonna recognize our leaders and also our red coat. We're gonna have 2 songs. Second song is gonna be a Red River Jig. 1972, when I first became a singer as a child, I came from a singing family. My grandfather, John George Bearhead, were Sundance makers back in Paul Band. My dad, Stephen Barrett, was a World War veteran, Second World War. And we carry up history from our people back home in Paul Band. We call it Winimne. In our language, it's Mirror Lake. That's where we reside, our traditional territory. And with all the blessings that were taught to us from our ancestors, we call them Ishamin, the old people. We carry on the legacies as we go, decade by decade. Maybe 72 years, 78 years is a blessing for us to keep passing on the stories, the language, the song, the history, the family clans of different clans of what they represent in our communities. And the song that we are going to render, signing of our treaty in 1876, this song came upon our people. And I was talking to my missus this morning. I said, this song came before the signing of the treaty. If I can recall the stories from our people back home. The only way you learn things is when you listen, I was told. Pay attention. So that's what I say to a lot of young people when I talk to them. You know, you got to pay attention to learn things that you are going to grasp, that you're going to need in the future, I tell them. Back home, I've been an MC for 36, it could have been 37 years, acknowledging the people like what I'm doing tonight, and talking in front of thousands of people. And a year that the Redcoats went down in Merithorpe, we always keep that in our memory back home in Palban, because I was there elaborating and telling the story about the Redcoats, how they keep us safe. I acknowledge them. Back in our next reserve, our neighboring reserve, we got Francis Alexis, once a chief from the Alexis First Nakota Sioux Nation. he does. That community does the same thing also. Treaty 6 does the all honoring of our redcoats also too also. Just kind of letting you know the stories of what we do to our outside comrades, I would say, I guess, to honor them in our way of how we believe in what we do in our culture, in our tradition. So the first song is going to be acknowledging William, the circle of the leaders. And I was talking to Pat. Where's Pat? Pat, there's a woman sitting behind you right at the end there. Right behind you. That woman sitting behind you there. That's the lady I was talking about. He's been eight years in term. Yeah, so we're going to render that song. We're going to bring history back in this room today. These are my sons. This is my lead singer, Trison Bearhead. And this is a friend of my son, Myron Toby Lane. Robert, he's from Saskatchewan. This is Jaron, and that's Toby, Myron Lane Bearhead. And this is a relative from the Alexis First Nation. We used to be one nation at one time, but we separated because how would you say when you separate? Divorce? They asked for the divorce, so we gave it to them. But we didn't pay alimony. Hey, here we go.
And we never reconciled yet.
I mentioned earlier that we're gonna recognize the red coat for gardeners. Like the Creator's got the guardian angels. Us, we got the guardian redcoats. There's lights on that.
just want to mention that when you look at our flag here, treaty, the guy that's standing shaking hands with the native is the red coat. When we come by here, it's a stony, and we are stony people. If you go further east, there's a reserve. It's called Stony. It's a stony reserve, Stony King Reserve. But you're Cree. Just what you're on the stony land. So the red coat was put in there for protection of our people, and he had to be the one to shake hands, sign the treaties. And when we sign the treaties, it's all there. As long as the sun shines, the river flows and the grass grows. That's what our people use. Today, the grass still grows. No matter how many times you cut it, it still grows. The sun still shines. No matter how many times you put pollution in there, it still shines right through. And the water, no matter how many times you put beaver dams or dams, it still flows. So those words are come from our leaders, our medicine. Today we are still strong. And this council has got a lot of work because of what's happening right now. They're finding bodies. Reconciliation is a strong word. The only part of it I understand of it, that word is the first 5 letters. Recon. Because they tell us there's a lot of money in for our people. They say we're giving you millions of dollars. But it doesn't come to us. It goes to the doctors, it goes to all the lawyers, it goes to everybody else. By the time we get our piece, it's $5 a year, right? $5 a year. But guess what? That's our treaty money, $5 a year. I go spend $100, they get that $5 back. So we don't get nothing, really. We never get anything for free. So to have this songs like this to sing for the council, the mayor and the council, it's a good thing. It's a good step in the right direction. We need to keep going forward. Everything that was swept under the rug, now it's been time to clean out those rugs. Go straight. Work as one. Because we all live on the same planet. We picked berries long before. We had berry patches, we had medicine patches, we had hunting areas. So we are nomadic people. We move to where we have to be. We follow these things. Today we try to follow them. You know what happens? Trespassing. No trespassing. No hunting. No luring. And then they say we beggars, but we don't beg. We have our drums, we have our people. That makes us strong. We counsel, work with our people, be good to our people. Our people come here to spend money here. Our people come here and buy vehicles here. This vehicle has a lot of our people can buy vehicles here. I come shop at co-op, come and do laundry here. And I never go past Tim Hortons. So with that, I thank you. This is an honor. This is a good step forward.
Oh, I forgot to remind you one thing. Dale says thank you for the red coat for making him a fast runner. But the second song we sang, it reflects on our veterans. of the World War I and II and the wars that took place. And also, it's a national flag song, Our Way, First Nations Ways, and honoring our keepers like the Redcoats. I forgot to mention that. I'm bad. Thank you. Deduct my per diem. Okay, good night.
I just want to give thanks for allowing us to be here today and to be able to be part of this. It meant a lot to us as Indigenous people. So thank you very much.
And again, thank you for being with us tonight. Certainly much to think about and much to act upon. All right, we'll keep moving along here. As I said earlier, we will be doing the swearing in ceremony and the organizational meeting of council. And I want to acknowledge and comment on that we are joined this evening by family and friends of our elected council. To each of you here supporting and celebrating your loved ones, I wish to thank you for sharing them with us and with the community of Stony Plain. Serving this community through elected office does come with a commitment of time, thought, and emotion. They will have an opportunity to shape our future and will become a part of our shared history and the legacy we all leave for those who come after us. That future and that legacy belongs to you as well. Thank you. With that, I would like to ask the red coat to come on up here. Inspector Mike Loken from the Parkland Detachment of the RCMP, and we will begin the swearing in ceremony. We will begin with our Mayor, William Choi, and then we will proceed alphabetically from there with the council members. Council members, if after you're sworn in, you can take your seat in the chambers, so to speak. And we do have an opportunity for pictures at this point in time. So for members of the family, if you'd like to grab a couple pictures as the swearing in is done, please feel free to do that as well. So I'm going to turn that over to you. Sure.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here, to be asked to do this. And like Tom said, we'll start with the mayor. And so, Mr. Mayor, if you want to come up. And my understanding is you've chosen to swear. So if you want to take the Bible in your hand, raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I, William Choi.
I, William Choi.
Swear that I will first time reading, diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability.
That I will diligently and faithfully, to the best of my ability,
execute according to law.
Execute according to law.
The office of mayor.
The office of mayor.
For the town of Stony Plain.
For the town of Stony Plain.
In the province of Alberta.
In the province of Alberta.
So help me God. And if you want to sign right there. Congratulations.
Come over here.
Sure. Oh, maybe we should move over here so that. Thank you. Justin Anderson. And you want to swear or affirm? Okay, if you want to pick up the Bible, raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I, Justin Anderson,
I, Justin Anderson,
swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability
swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability
execute according to law
execute according to law
the office of counselor for the town of Stony Plain
the office of counselor for the town of Stony Plain
in the province of Alberta.
in the province of Alberta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And if you want to sign right here, Justin. Oh, it's the mayor's signature. Maybe I won't sign that.
He didn't-
I'll sign over here.
Perfect.
Here you go. Congratulations.
Maybe we'll go over here. Yeah.
They're supposed to go on that side. Okay. Pat Hansard. Pat. If you could stand over here. And you chose to swear on the Bible?
I'm going to swear on the Bible.
Okay.
I'm a pastor's wife. What would you think?
Never know. I always ask. There you go. If you want to raise your right hand, I, Pat Hansard,
I, Pat Hansard,
swear that I will diligently,
swear that I will diligently,
faithfully, and to the best of my ability
faithfully, and to the best of my ability,
execute according to law
execute according to law
the office of counselor
the office of counselor
for the town of Stony Plain
for the town of Stony Plain
in the province of Alberta.
in the province of Alberta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And if you can sign right here, Pat. Move this out of the way. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You can just put this over here if you want. Justin Laurie. Raise your right hand. I, Justin Laurie,
I, Justin Laurie,
swear that I will diligently,
swear that I will diligently,
faithfully,
faithfully,
and to the best of my ability
and to the best of my ability
execute according to law
execute according to law
the office of counselor
the office of counselor
for the town of Stony Plain
for the town of Stony Plain
in the province of Alberta.
in the province of Alberta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And if you could sign right there, Justin. Congratulations. Thank you. Melanie Loins? Did you say it right? Okay. My hands might be a little wet from sanitizer there. Did you choose to swear? Okay. You can pick up the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Melanie Loins,
I, Melanie Lloyd,
swear that I will diligently,
swear that I would diligently,
faithfully,
faithfully,
and to the best of my ability
and to the best of my ability,
execute according to law
execute according to law
the office of counselor
the office of counselor
for the town of Stony Plain
for the town of Stony Plain
in the province of Alberta.
in the province of Alberta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And if you could sign right there. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Eric Meyer. There you go. I'm going to take the Bible, raise your right hand. I, Eric Meyer,
I, Eric Meyer,
swear that I will diligently,
swear that I will diligently,
faithfully,
faithfully,
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
execute according to law
execute according to law
the office of counselor
the office of counselor
for the town of Stony Plain
for the town of Stony Plain
in the province of Alberta.
in the province of Alberta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
If you can sign right here. Oh, here, I'll take that. And I just got to sign that. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Harold Palechko. Swear on the Bible. There you go. If you can raise your right hand. I, Harold Palechko,
I, Harold Palechko,
swear that I will diligently,
swear that I will diligently,
faithfully,
faithfully,
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
execute according to law
execute according to law
the office of counselor
the office of counselor
for the town of Stony Plain
for the town of Stony Plain
in the province of Alberta.
in the province of Alberta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And if you can sign right there, Harold, I can take the Bible. Congratulations. We're good. That's it. Is the microphone good? Okay.
So with that, that's the Council of Stony Plain in the great province of Alberta for 2021 to 2024? 5? Great staff. We got great staff here. And with that, now that they are sworn in, I can have the pleasure of turning this meeting now over to Mayor William Choi.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, and thank you very much, Tom Golden, our town manager. Just one word of advice, please don't quit your day job. And before we continue on with our agenda, just want to make sure that I want to give thanks to Indigenous sisters and brothers that came and supported us. I think that is one of our first steps towards reconciliation and healing in our communities, as we're part of Treaty 6, and our Indigenous brothers and sisters were here long before us, that were always stewards of this land. We need to reconnect and ask for their help and guidance as we continue to maneuver so that we can build the best community that we can, that's sustainable, that honors and cherishes the land, and honors and cherishes ourselves as people. Doesn't matter what you look like, what you believe in, and how tall or short you are. We're one person. So thank you very much, Elder. Appreciate that. And again, thank you to friends and family that are joining us today as well. This is swearing of the new council for 2021 to 2025. We're here not because of what we have done. We're here because of what you have done and sacrificed for us. The countless hours of door knocking, networking, walking around town, passing out flyers and door hangers, the endless nights and the stress that's associated with campaigning, that really goes unnoticed. So on behalf of our residents and our council members that are here today, thank you for that dedication, commitment, and sacrifices that you have made so that we can be here to represent our community. Thank you. Members of council, the agenda before you is already been adopted. Moving on to 3.2, which is a presentation from the Royal Canadian Legion, Stony Plain Branch 256. Welcome, members.
It gives me great, my name's Andrew Bankovich. I'm the Poppy Chair from the Stony Plain Legion, and it gives me great pleasure to congratulate the new council for Stony Plain. And we're here to provide the first poppies for the 2021 poppy campaign.
That's good. And Andrew, thank you for coming. And just before we do that, can you just explain a little bit about the Poppy Fund and why this is important to our members and to the Stony Plain Legion?
Fund is there to assist with veterans in all their needs. It's based on a need basis, so it's not just a handout, but those veterans that need assistance can come to the Legion and get that assistance. And that's what the Poppy Fund does. It also helps cadet corps. And we have two very vibrant ones in Stony Plain. And I'm not sure there's any questions, but I hope that.
Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate that. And definitely the town of Stony Plain has been strong supporters of the Stony Plain Legion and will always will be. How would you like to do this? Like this come
forward.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to the members of the Stony Plain Legion. Members of council, that ends number 3 of our agenda. Move on to number 4, which is the appointment of deputy mayor. Again, as you can read in your agenda packages, there was a draw done by our administrative staff and a sworn affidavit of the order that came through. And I need a motion before we appoint the next deputy mayor. Councillor Hansard.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to move that town council appoint Councillor Eric Meyer as deputy chief elected official for the term of October 25, 2021 to February 28, 2022, or until the appointment of the next deputy chief elected official.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councillor Hansard. Usually, this is the time I actually thank the previous deputy mayor and then welcome the new one before we swear him in. But considering that this time around, Councillor Meyer was the previous deputy mayor prior to the election ending, and he is the first one drawn to be the first deputy mayor. So that must be very, very lucky. So I think you should buy lottery tickets, sir. Okay. With that, on call question, all those in favor? Okay. And that is carried. Councillor Meyer. Repeat after me. I, Councillor Eric Meyer. Swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, execute according to law, the office of deputy mayor for the town of Stony Plain, in the province of Alberta. So help me God. Yes, picture. Moving on to agenda number 5, which is council meeting dates scheduled for 2021 to 2022. Councillor Anderson for the motion, please.
I move that Town Council approve the 2021-2022 council meeting schedule as presented with all governance and priorities and regular council meetings beginning at 5 p.m. at the Town Office Council Chambers, 4905 51st Avenue, Stony Plain, Alberta, and the corporate plan meetings beginning at 4:30 p.m. at the Town Office Council Chambers at 4905 51st Avenue, Stony Plain, Alberta.
Thank you very much, Councillor Anderson. Members of council, you had a chance to read the agenda. Any errors or omissions on the dates? Any holidays that were missed? Okay. See none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Oh. Councillor Laurie?
Thank you, Mayor Choi. And I would just like to apologize to the partners and spouses of all members of council as we do have a council meeting on Valentine's Day.
Oh, aren't you my Valentine? Thank you for that. And yes, a preemptive apology for having a council meeting. That does work. Okay, members of council, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Okay, and that is carried. Moving on to number 6 is council boards appointments to agencies. This is the time where council members are appointed to different boards and commissions for a community to represent the interests of the town of Stony Plain. Councilor Pletchko?
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. The town council appoint members to agencies, boards, and commissions as presented and requested. Administration to send a letter to each agency, board, and commission confirming the appointments.
Thank you, Councilor Pletchko. Members of council, this is kind of circulated earlier with our agenda. Any errors and omissions that need to be brought up? If members are sitting on 2 boards that might meet at the same time, please make that note now. Councilor Laurie?
Thank you, Your Worship. Just wanted to bring forward through the Edmonton Metro Transit Services Commission, the EMTSC, based on the board's bylaws, there is no alternate member to be appointed.
Thank you. So members of council, under EMTSC, I believe I had Councillor Anderson on there, so just please scratch his name and put NA as their bylaws do not allow for a alternate. And which is very similar if members of council looks at the Stony Plain Public Library Board as well, there's an NA because according to their bylaws, there is no alternate that needs to be appointed. And as well as the Alberta Capital Region Wastewater Services Commission. Any more questions, comments? See none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? That is carried. Moving to number 7, which is an appointment for citizens at large boards. These are the boards and committees that the town of Stony Plain has, and our citizens have put their name forward to sit and donate their time, dedicate some of their services to those boards and commissions. Councillor Loynes, please.
I move that the town council approve and appoint the following individuals to fill the various citizens at large vacancies on the council appointed boards and committees as presented.
Thank you, Mrs. Loynes. Any questions or comments regarding those? I have a question for administration. On a couple of the boards, there's a few vacancies still. Is administration still going to have those vacancies open and advertised until they're filled?
Thank you, Your Worship. Through Your Worship to the rest of council, I believe it's always the intent that when there are vacancies, that there is an active sort of recruitment. Sometimes that'll be posted publicly, so on and so forth. And sometimes it's just that staff will continue to look for, seek out, put the word out, as so to speak, to fill the board vacancies. Yes. So that's, I would expect that to occur. I would expect it to occur over the course of the coming months. And if need be, we can come back to council at any point in time, frankly, and try to fill those vacancies.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, comments? Okay, see none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Okay, and that is carried. Thank you. And to members of the new 2021-2025 council, please be reminded that how short this meeting is, because this is not the typical meeting. The organization meeting is the quickest and fastest meeting that we ever have. So enjoy that, because after this, there'll be hundreds and hundreds of pages of reading to do, just so that make sure you guys don't get kind of lulled into this small agenda packages. With that, on behalf of our council, thank you, administration, for getting the package ready. Definitely appreciate that. And this is going to be 4 years of intense work that will require administration to pull up the socks so that we can accomplish many of the things that we heard on the election trail and many of the priorities that we set out on a strategic plan. I look forward to, as a council, working with administration to get those priorities met and accomplished so that we can build a better community for all residents of the town of Stony Plain. With that, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.